Today I will take a look at this E-Flite UMX Timber X. So it's a scaled down version then of the Night Timber X and Timber X from E-Flite. A really tiny RS airplane, and it runs on 3S up to I think 300 milliamp batteries. And it's a fully featured RS airplane when it comes to all the kind of safe and AS3X features, also LED lights. It's a really, quite sturdy RS airplane, just considering that it's so lightweight. You can do flap-arounds on this RS airplane, so let's go outside and get this one flying. This is a really tiny RS airplane, just at sunrise. There is a little bit of breeze, I have a few -degrees. Clear blue sky, and I've done like 5 or 6 flights prior to this flight just to adjust things because it was too tail heavy and just pitched up all the time. So now I have it quite dialed in then. So the aim when I'm dialing like a smaller RS airplane is that I want to have them to fly like a 1.2 meter bird in most aspects. So then you have to use reduced rates and a lot of expo because it's so easy to over control them. But this is really fun RS airplane. Still have this kind of screaming noise, and it's amplified by the buildings then being quite near. You can also even hear the servos when they are working. So it's a kind of a noisy RS airplane, which in general terms I really hate. But this, on the other hand, is really fun to fly. Really agile on 3S. And I have a 3S 350 milliamp battery inside, just pushed all the way forward. As you can see, you can really just toss this one around in the way you want to in this kind of tight place. So I'm having these telemetry warnings that's telling me that I have like 10.5 volts. That is my experience also of many UMX RS airplanes, that with these kind of smaller batteries, the voltage do actually drop quite much earlier than with the beefier batteries than in larger RS airplanes. So in my opinion, it is a little bit not really a perfect match, power system then and the batteries. And this plane does feature flap-arounds, so you can slow it down. It's a really tiny RS airplane, so usually you have no problem just to slow it down and do a nice easy landing. It's also so lightweight, so very forgiving. I think this is a really fun RS airplane. It's agile, it's able to do many things. I think the LED lights on this RS airplane makes orientation really nice. I think all the stripes and then on all the kind of Timber X RS airplane have always been great, and this is no exception. So it's really easy to see where you're headed with this RS airplane. I had a lot of flights just to tune this RS airplane at first because it was just pitching up like crazy. So I put the battery all the way forward, and this battery is really tiny, but all the way forward just behind the motor mount then. And I also had to do some really severe trimming then down elevator on the elevator just to have this one flying level when I'm pushing it. But once I did, it was flying really well. I did also tone down the rate, so I had 90% on all control surfaces and 45% expo, just because these are small RS airplanes and you easily over control them. I also think that you have linear servos on these RS airplanes, and you don't want to drive them certainly not more than 100% rate. But so I think that you actually should just tone down them, just to have them 90%, just to be safe, because if you overdrive them, chances are you will damage them. It does also feature flaperons, which works really well. And flaperons is you take the ailerons then, and you have them like a flap setting, so they go down a little bit and then they work just as a flap. The negative then is you lose a little bit of aileron authority, but if you're just going to land this one and want to have a smooth landing and you're going straight, I mean, ailerons is not really that important. So I mean, overall it's a really nice flying RC airplane. I think the durability, in my experience then on these UMX RC airplanes, it's really good. Of course you can break them, but they're also really lightweight. Now the thing is that I really don't like about all these UMX RC airplanes, all the planes I've had at least, is the noise. So first off, let's just engage the throttle then, like this. You can hear it's really a screaming motor on this RC airplane, so I think it sounds really ugly. And then you have this. So the servos are compensating, it's the AS3X, just compensating wind gusts, and having it up close it's really noisy, but even when you fly you can hear this. So I mean, it's not really too fun to have to deal with this noise, because I just want to have a nice experience when I fly my RC airplanes, and then to have this kind of noisy RC airplanes, I mean, it's quite annoying really. So if they could solve this in some way, just to have them less noisy, I would be really happy. But that's more or less the negative thing then I can think of this RC airplane. And you do get the box that is just behind me, a really huge box for such a small RC airplane. But then again, if you store this RC airplane and if you just bring it to the flying field in a safe way, you have the box. But I would certainly just pick this one up as is to the flying field, because then I can fit more RC airplanes in my car. But overall, just a fun, agile RC airplane. I don't think that this is anywhere near a beginner RC airplane, so you should be at least intermediate or just experienced. And then you can have lots of fun, go speedy, aerobatics, and just toss this one around in the sky.